audio for you.
I don't like either one of those.
The bats are eating the
I
mosquitoes.
know.
So
I still like
That's all right. We're learning now. We had the mosquitoes. All right. So let's check the audio mix.
I love the bats. I want to see the bats. I want to see the swans.
Perfect. That means the mosquitoes are going away. Well, they don't like that.
Well, they're
Oh, that's right.
Keep your head so that
Welcome to the world's greatest 2 minutes in robotics. The 2020-2021 game, VEX Robotics Competition, Change UP.
Change UP is played on a 12-foot by 12-foot field by 2 alliances, 1 red and 1 blue, made up of 2 teams each.
The object of the game is to get more points than the other alliance by scoring balls in goals and by connecting rows.
The VRC Change UP field contains 32 balls, 16 red and 16 blue. Each robot starts the match with one of their corresponding balls as a preload. In addition, there are 9 goals located around the field where balls can be scored.
Balls are 6.3 inches in diameter and are worth 1 point for the corresponding alliance color when scored in a goal.
An alliance can take ownership of a goal by having the top scored ball in the goal. If an alliance has 3 owned goals in a row, they will receive a bonus of 6 points for connecting the row. But watch out!
During the driver control period, robots can remove balls from any goal at any time. This means that even if a goal looks full, an opponent could descore one of your balls, open a spot for a ball of their own, and interrupt a connected row. No scored balls or connected rows are safe. Each match begins with a 15-second autonomous period where robots score on their side of the field without help from their drivers. The alliance that scores more points in the autonomous period is awarded with a 6-point bonus added to the final score at the end of the match. This year, each alliance also has the opportunity to earn an additional win point in the autonomous period by completing their home row. The home row is the row of goals closest to their own alliance station.
The 1-minute, 45-second driver control period begins once the autonomous bonus winner has been determined. At the end of the driver control period, after all objects and robots have come to rest, the match will be scored to determine the winning alliance. Remember, VRC games are not scored until the driver control period has ended.
Official rules and game information for VEX Robotics Competition.
Autonomous.
Field race center cleaning up the field real quick. That's always appreciated. All right, I think we have all 4 robots ready. All 4 controllers are on the ground. So we are ready for our first elimination match of the day. So we're going to start the autonomous portion here in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see what happens. Red gets 2 in right away. That looks like Red's got the autonomous win.
And blue was able to push 1 in. But the advantage will go to the Red Alliance. Go ahead and pick up those controllers. And we'll start the driver control portion of this in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see what happens. So Red is quickly throwing some in. Blue is struggling to not D-score. Now they've got their D-score going up. Now they're stuck.
I would also like to announce that 288B has the wrong color.
Got 1 D-scoring. We've got 1 playing defense and 2 robots actually scoring. So let's see what happens when this goes.
And I will keep reminding them that 288B there is a blue robot.
So Red continues to add to that center tower. Blue moves over and just calmly grabs control of another tower. So red gets another one. Blue gets control of another one. Red tried to get another. There are 14 seconds left. What happens? Red gets control of one, but can't quite get that. Blue is desperately trying to get that in the middle. No, they can't. Does that give any rows? Who has a row? Blue has one row. Does that make up for the autonomous loss? Then it'll be, looks like it's coming down to a ball count. How many scored balls are there? It looks like red wins on ball by 1.
That is correct. Red wins on balls, but it is by 2 is what I think I'm seeing.
Yeah, go AJ!
It is the center one. It is, unless
They are touching that one. Oh, that's right. That is a blue robot. I kept saying that. So we do have a final score. I think we. They will play our number 1 alliance next. But first we're going to have the number 3 versus number 6. Your number 3 alliance should be your red alliance, and number 6 should be your blue alliance. I see the red alliance is already on the queuing tables. We will be looking for the blue alliance here coming up. All right, we do need alliance number 6 to the field.
Oh, that's it. It's going to take a minute for them to switch over.
Right. It is Alliance 6, it is 248C and 244E. They will make up your 6th alliance against the number 3 alliance, that is 248F and 288E. So please go ahead and set the robots down, let's get them connected, and then put your controllers on the ground. The winner of this match will go on and play your number 2 alliance of the day.
Yeah, whoever wants it, they're finding it.
No, I'm going to get there.
Probably kids over there.
10 minutes I was
Yeah. So we switch to the new broadcast. It takes a while for the numbers to come back.
I mean, true. Ours is less garbage.
All right, so we're about ready for elimination match 2. This is the quarterfinal match between the red seed, or red team, which is the 3 seed, and the blue team, which is the 6 seed. Looks like the red team is all ready to go. Their controllers are on the ground. Just a little bit of fine tuning on the blue team. Make sure they've got their alignment right.
All good. Referee check and make sure she's not touching any ball in the corner there or over the white line.
The robot needs to be on.
Yes, the robot does work better when they're turned on.
No, it's a mid.
Only most of the time. Okay. I'm good.
We've seen some that maybe not.
They have to be on.
All right, I think we've got all 4 controllers on the ground, so we're going to start this elimination match here in autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, blue is trying. Blue gets one in, red, it looks like it hung up a bit and did not score. The other red looks like it did not score.
Yep, so I think we're going to have advantage to our blue alliance here. Let this count down. There we go. So go ahead and pick up those controllers and we're going to start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see if they can take advantage of that early autonomous win. Well done. They both blue robots got one in. Look at that. Red also went, and they took control of their side. Blue is looking a little stuck, so they're trying to take control of stuff. So the two red robots do get a hold of one of them, but they don't get a hold of the other. Blue just fails in getting another one. Blue robot gets control of the tower. Red robot gets control of the tower. Now you're seeing a little. Now, can they get their combine to throw that thing up there or not? Yes, it just gets in.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
What can they do? Now they got defense going. Their defense was not fast enough. So the red team was able to take control while blue tried with the defense. Now the red team's trying to de-score. Blue team managed to de-score. Now they're trying to score their own, so they're seeing what they can do. We have 8 seconds left. What happens in the final few seconds? Can scores happen? Can other people not score? Looks like we just have everybody slammed into each other.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
There are no rows, so that autonomous is going to be very difficult to overcome. This comes down to a ball count versus autonomous. So blue has a big advantage due to the autonomous.
All right, we do have a final score, and again, like was said, no rows, and the autonomous went to the Blue Alliance. So the Blue Alliance does take this one 16-12. 4-point win. That 6-point auton looks really nice. So the blue pulls the upset. That is your 6th-seeded alliance that will be moving on. They will face your number 2 alliance right after the next match. So next up is 1 versus 4, I believe.
All right, for semifinal match number 1, it will be the 1 seed. That is 288F and 288D. They will play the 4 seed, the blue team. That is 11591P and 288C.
All right, and a quick announcement here. I believe that the notebooks, some teams have already got them back. Others they were delivered to their pits. So you should have your notebook back by now. All right, again, I need my number 1 seeded alliance against the number 4 seeded alliance. You are welcome all the way to the field. The balls have already been disinfected. Cords have been disinfected, so go ahead and place your robot on the field. Make sure you grab your preload ball, which is on each side of the middle goal.
All right, so I still need 288D to the field, please. 288D to the field, please.
All together?
Yes.
288 Delta, we need you to the field right now.
He's running with the robot. Look at that. Caleb!
Let's not run with the robot.
We're up! What are you doing?
Your robot's up the field.
Caleb, your robot's over here.
Here we have a captain running all over the place. He'll make it to the field here.
Everybody applaud.
This is your number 1 seeded alliance in red against the number 4 seeded alliance.
Yes.
All right, looks like both blue robots are ready. They have controllers on the ground and preloads on the robot. Red team, looks like I got 1 on the ground. Looks like I have 2 on the ground.
That is correct. So it looks like we're ready to start. We'll start autonomous here in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see. Blue gets 1, the other one just falls out. Red gets 2 in. 1 corner on each. They're trying to get the center, but it jammed up on the top. There's a red, no. I don't see any rows. It's a count.
They got 2, but they're not touching the bottom, right?
They have to check and see if they're touching.
Okay, but not the one in the goal. Okay. So they scored 1, but D scored 1, so they're +1, and they're a +1, right? Exactly. So we have a tie in autonomous because they were touching the bottom red ball there. So go ahead and pick up those controllers. Everything will be decided here in the minute 45-second driver portion. So we're going to start that in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so no advantage going from the start. Let's see what they can do. So teams quickly, red with 1, blue with 2 towers. Red tried, just missed. Red's seen a little bit of issues, but blue continues to score. Okay, what does red do? They just talked to their teammate because their drivetrain just shut down. So this will be interesting for the red team as they've got a problem. So there's 2 robots that are scoring right now. So we'll see what happens. Red with the tower, blue with the tower. Red seeing what they can do if they can get it to work. Their other teammates trying to see if they can get their robot to actually work. And it does work. So they had an issue, but it seems to be working again. So then they take control of another tower. So really quickly they grab it. So let's see what happens. Right now, a little bit of driving, not a lot of scoring going on right now. So Red's able to take control of another one. So a little bit of defense, they're trying to, so they'll set one on top, and then they go and they pull it out of the bottom. And they did not fall in. Now they're trying, can they knock it into the tower? They do! They just calmly bop it in. So whack it, they come over and they calmly drop it in. They do get it in the center, and they just drop out of the center and it falls out. Can that be the difference? Let's see what happens. They did de-score the blue out of the middle. So I do not see any red top rows. I do not see any blue rows. This will be strictly a ball count to decide it. And it looks like there might be 1 more blue. Oh wait, there's 1 there. This could be a tie. Let's find out.
All right, we do have a final. It was tied after all time. It is tied. We have 9 balls apiece in there, so we will play again. It is 12-12 is your final. So go ahead and drive these robots to the side. We will play the next match and then come back to you.
So while the red team was not able to score their ball in the center tower because they knocked the blue out of the center, that was the difference. So they will play again. We will play the next match though. I believe it's the 2nd ranked alliance versus the 6th ranked alliance. I think is how that works. Yep, it'll be number 2 versus number 6. On the red side, your number 2 seed is 244C and 248D. On the blue side, the number 6 seed, 248C and 244E.
No problem.
A deeper level of strategy.
There's a lot of like gameplay.
God, I'm so proud of AJ. So proud.
All right, I do need my second-ranked Alliance to the field now, and my sixth-ranked Alliance to the field. Our sixth-ranked Alliance pulled the upset and beat the number 3-ranked Alliance a second ago. They're going to try to give it a go against the number 2-ranked Alliance now. Our number 2-ranked Alliance received a bye in the first round, courtesy of...
I'm Doug, and this is Mike, and we're the head coaches of the Grandville High School Robodogs. We're standing here at the Robotics Center at 4900 Canal, right in front of the can bin.
Since April, we've collected over 750,000 cans and bottles to help fund our program. So we want to thank Grandville and the surrounding areas for all of your generosity.
We started the first week of May, and you never would have believed we'd reach 1 million cans and bottles, but we're on pace to do that by the end of September. And that 1 million cans and bottles have funded the purchase of tents and parts and cleaning supplies. They've allowed us to run day camps and overnight residential camps, and they even helped support this tournament you're watching right now. So thank you everyone for your support, and please help us by dropping those cans and bottles off here at the Robotics Center, 4900 Canal in Grandville.
We made it really easy for you. You don't have to wear a mask. Just come up to our bins and throw them in. And again, we thank you for your support.
24 hours a day, no mask required. Just pull on up, drop them off, and we'll return them for you. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, who knew? It was a great idea.
Yeah. Seems like everybody just
All right, I think we're finally ready there. It is connected to the field. I think all 4 teams are good. We're going to see if we can find a winner to this match to get us into the finals. We'll start autonomous here in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see what happens.
There you go.
Blue.
They got a second one on the bottom. Yeah, go check it out. That's a beer.
Because he's at the remote and he stopped it. This program right now is stopped on the ground. Look, there's no program running.
All right, so at this point, we're going to go ahead and award the autonomous advantage to the blue side. The Red Alliance here did pick up their controller and ended their program. So it is not connected to the field at this point. So we're going to award that all the way over to the Blue Alliance. So they will receive the autonomous advantage. And now you may pick up your controllers. And we will start the driver portion in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so then let's see if Red can make up for that. So Red does get 1 in. Blue is struggling to get it in. They do get 1 in, just like that. But the other one fell out. Just barely missed. No, and then the Red's able to get another one. Blue gets 1, Red gets 1, Blue gets 1. So they are... over. That could have been interesting. Make an interesting noise. Get a little bit of gear grinding on that. Red quickly takes over 2 towers. So right now they have a very large tower advantage going. They're trying to see what they can do. They're trying to move around the opponent's robot. bit of contact is all it takes, and it bumps them out of position. So the ball does not go in the tower. Right now, red with a big advantage that blue has got only 12 seconds to make up. Red with another one in. Blue's trying to break up that corner, seeing what they can do. Blue just had it spun out 1 second, and red gets one in at the last second. But it looks like red has every tower, and all of their balls are in. So red with a max score. Let's see what the difference.
$64, blue 6.
Jacob, you gotta pull my cassette.
So go ahead and disconnect. Just drive your robots to the side, eject any balls you may have.
So now we will have a replay of semifinal number 1 as we will play match 2, as that one ended up in a 12-12 tie. It was tied after autonomous, and then it was tied again after driver control. So let's see what happens this time if they can change that number. So once again, the 1 seed is 288F and 288D, going up against the blue team, the 4 seed, 11591P and 288C. The 4 seed has had a bunch of close matches. They won their qualifying match by 1 point, or no, 2 points, and then they tied in their first semifinal.
So we got to see if we can find another finalist here. Another alliance that'll go to the final match and play our number 1 seeded team, or alliance that just won. So again, this is number 1 versus number 4. They tied that last time. We'll see how everybody does again. Just 1 ball would have made the difference last time. 1 ball in auton, 1 ball even during the driver's portion.
Wait, if it was off, why would
it was like it disconnected from the field temporarily.
we did have that last year.
So let's see what happens. They're making sure they are not touching.
Blue alliance, since they're touching one of their balls. So we're going to go ahead and start the driver control portion of this. Are we still counting?
I saw it. It was after your robot stopped. So. Yep, I saw it.
You gotta put that in the next model.
I didn't see it, but since everybody had pretty much stopped, it only matters if it impacts.
So. Okay, nope, we're all set. So the autonomous award does go to blue. I think it's, and we will start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see what happens now. So a little different than last time. This time there is an advantage. So red quickly takes control of the tower and another tower. Blue takes control of the tower. What can they do? So blue is trying to change that out. They drop one in the top, then they pull one out of the bottom, but unfortunately pulling it out, they managed to pull the power moved, and it dumped, and it pulled out there. Oh, too much spin, it spins it out, but their partner comes in and drops it in nicely. We'll see if they can play any defense or what they're doing right now. So let's see what they can do, if they can continue to score. So Blues managed to de-score some. Now, can their partner take advantage of it? That is the big question. 30 seconds left. Can their partner take advantage? One of them goes off. Blue gets another. So they just calmly push them out of the way. So what's going to happen? So they can't get to that one, but they take another tower out. All right, in this corner, that is still red with the top. I see a lot of red rows. It looks like 4 red rows. So while red did lose autonomous, this time they were able to control the towers. So we'll see what the final score ends up as.
No, Mike, the other one.
All right, let's see what the final score is. They're confirming.
Right. We do have a final score of red 25, blue 14. 25 to 14.
Good game. Good game.
All right, that does mean that up next we do have the number 1 versus number 2 alliances. We're going to take a 3-minute field timeout. So a 3-minute field timeout, and then we'll come back and play the number 1 versus number 2.
Turn it left.
Okay. All right, there is our 3-minute timeout.
You were right. I was wrong. You were wrong.
Oh, what's the other one? I was thinking that was it.
Yeah.
That's a red relay. It's got 3 minutes. Well, 2.5. I need the ball. One in your hand.
Hi, my name is Mike Evely. I'm one of the head coaches of the RoboDogs, and we're here to talk to you today about Donors Choose. Donors Choose is a website which allows teachers to raise funds for projects for their classrooms. We've used Donors Choose to raise funds to purchase a number of items here at the Robotics Center, like 3D printers, robot parts, and computers. We're here today to ask that you go to the Donors Choose website, find our projects, and please donate.
Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Go to www.donorschoose.org. Search for Mr. Evely, E-V-E-L-E, and you can donate to support the RoboDogs 3D printers. Thanks again.
close enough. That's
Nobody knows what is happening with any qualifications for any tournament as of right now.
Fine. Because last year it wasn't.
Because last year it wasn't.
All right, so now we've got the teams lining up their robots, getting their preloads, and turning the robots on, connecting them to the field, making sure that their connection is really talking to the field. That is important to check every now and
To
then.
set up in the afternoon.
So we'll see what happens here. This is the finals. We have the 1 seed versus the 2 seed. It looks like I have 1 red team ready. I have 1 blue team ready.
Jacob is meditating right now.
Jacob is mentally preparing himself.
He's on the robot plane.
Jacob, let the power of the PT Cruiser become one with you.
Become the robot.
All right, we have 3 of our 4 robots ready. That is the 4th ready. So typically, we have the teams shake hands, give high fives, congratulate each other for getting all the way to this, but it is the COVID world. We're all going to give each other virtual high fives. Good job. Congratulations to all 4 teams here. And we'll play this last match to see who wins, then we'll go right into awards. So all 4 teams are ready. We're going to start autonomous here in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see what happens. Red with 1 in, red with another, and blue got 1 in the middle, and it just walked away before it dropped it in the corner. Red gets a full line. That is the first time today, I believe.
That is the first time we've seen a home row completed today. Number 1 seeded Alliance there did it for you. So it will be advantage to the Red Alliance. Go ahead and pick up those controllers. Nice job, Captain. And we're going to start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see. That is also, it gives an advantage in that they already have 3 towers, so they do not have to take control of one of their own towers. So red takes 1, blue takes 1. Blue de-scored 1, but they didn't actually take control of the tower. Red took care of another one. Change in position, blue taking another one. Red takes the one next to it right back. So you're seeing everyone's just going for scores. They're not really seeing any defense in this final right now. Everyone's just going over and wiping out control of towers. So can they do it? Red takes 2 more towers. Blue is trying to get control of this tower over here, and they get it. Blue got another tower control. So let's see what happens. Red takes them 2 more. Just like that, but blue goes over and takes a corner and wipe it out. So now everyone's got to start taking stock of what the game score is. Then they'll start taking. It looks like no one's going to get full control of everything, so we'll see what happens here. Blue comes over and does indeed take control of another one. Red just misses out. Red comes back and takes it over anyway. So just like that, red does maintain that center tower. I do not. There is 1 red row. Blue might be eliminating their own ball in there, but I don't think the ball count is going to matter. Is there a blue row on the backside? I believe there is 1 blue row and 1 red row. Red has autonomous. That autonomous stands very large here. So let's see what the final score is.
All right, we do have a final score. Your champion today is your Red Alliance, your number 1 Alliance. I believe the score was 20-14. congratulations to your Red Alliance, and we'll get right into awards. Hey, so stay right where you're at. We're going to some awards here to finish up the day. It was an interesting day for the judges. You guys have had a lot of action on the field, and it was fun to watch the skill scores come in. Our first award day is for the Amaze Award. This team focused on efficient design and well thought out game strategy. The robot displays solid engineering and programming and had a top state programming skill score today. So for a robot that was well thought through and putting up the #1 state skill score as of today, 288D. We have an award for 288D. Congratulations. Our next award is the Build Award. This one is for a robot that plays well but also is well built and sturdy, capable of using an armor tray to block the center tower and prevent other alliances from scoring. We found that interesting. So the Build Award day for a well-built robot that had some unique playing capabilities. 244C is the Build Award today. Next up, robot skills. Some nice scores today. The top score in the state was put up today, but I'm going to start with our second place robot, which still put up a score over 100 today. So 288 Frank, 288F. You are second place in skills today. I've got a sticker for you. And of course, our first place skills winner today, 288D, Jake from State Farm. He's had a good day. I'm going to go to our tournament champions next. We have some trophies for our tournament champions, and we have our finalists. So we should probably go with the finalist awards first. So Mrs. Lever, if you would, we have two finalists over here. And if you would give our finalist awards to the blue team today, 248D and 244C. You guys are our finalists today. And on the other side, with the hardware, Mr. that Furman guy, a judge for us for a long time, a referee for VEX for a number of years, an engineer at Gentex. He was with our judging crew today, and he's got 2 champion trophies to give to our Red Alliance. If you would, 288D gets one of those guys. And the other robot that's missing a license plate gets one. 288F, did you really play without one of your license plates?
It fell off.
Oh, okay. All right, the next award we're going to go to the Design Award. We have something special for you guys today. The judges spent a lot of time looking at your design notebooks, and we kind of struggled. And so who's got our giveaways? Mrs. Lever, who's one of our judges, is going to give you all a copy of the design rubric. Yay! Because the judges decided none of your books awarded a design award today. I've never seen this before at an event. I went and looked at the books myself. And I said, okay, I guess I see the same challenge. There was one good book, actually, and the Excellence Award winner has the best book in the place. But we couldn't find someone else's book we thought we should give a design award to. We didn't want you to go home and say, wow, what a great book we have. I would encourage all of you to take that design rubric and give it a little read and figure out what might be missing from your books. Because it's the first time we've ever had an event we didn't give out a design award.
Design is mine.
Okay, our Excellence Award winner today, of course, the team that did well on the field. To get the Excellence Award, you have to be in the top 5 in skills, the top 10 on the field. Given there were 13 teams, this one wasn't so hard to be in the top 10 on this side. Top 5 over there was harder because there were 2 really good scores. So this robot was the top 5 of the field play and top 5 of skills. They had a really nice notebook, the best notebook we saw. It had diagrams, it had options they considered, it had reasons why they chose among those options. We were pretty pleased with the notebook. So we had one really good book we liked today. Their interview was good. Part of the design award is, if you look at the back side of the rubric, there's an interview. And they had a very good interview. All the team members contributed. They knew their robot. They could explain the design process. And they could explain how the robot evolved over time. The design award and the Excellence Award look at how did that robot grow up. It started being 4 wheels, generally, and a frame, and over time it had this type of ball handler and that type of ball handler, and it got different gear ratios. And the purpose of those notebooks is to be able to explain what happened over time. This robot was really well designed, and in that notebook there also are plans for improvement. So many of you had notebooks that got to a certain point and stopped.
Like, I saw one notebook and I was really surprised. And that says, someone took 2 weeks of work and made one page and said, here's what happened for 2 weeks. That's generally not what you do with a design notebook, is take 2 weeks and put it in a day. So this one had not only some very good notes, but they also had some plans for where they're going next. So they had an original design, and each time they were saying what they were going to work on next. We think it's a good robot, probably have a very good season. So our Excellence Award winner today, and Mr. Furman has got a trophy for them. 248D, 248D like dog. You are our Excellence Award winner today. Congratulations. That concludes today's event, folks. Thank you for coming in here today. Please, as you leave, pick up your tables. We've got to put some more people at those tables in about an hour for the afternoon event. If you're here from Kalamazoo or Portage, thanks for joining us today. And that's it. We'll wrap up this broadcast. We'll see you again with the qualification rounds at 1:30 for the afternoon event.